Done, ma'am.
Yes, it's good. Who is next? After Suchi, Juhar.
Ma'am, I have not done it. Yes, I can't find
Why?
it.
Why?
Some I
Why?
did online and then I forgot to, copy and get to my system.
Show me the previous programs. Because I'm asking you like this first time you are sharing your screen.
Yeah,
So if you have not done 9 and 10, that's fine. Show me 1 to 8.
yeah, well done.
Yeah, Juhar, your screen is visible. Go to your code.
Mhm.
Why only 3? We completed 10.
Ma'am, other I have done online because of some problem in my system. Then I saved it somewhere, but I can't
So
remember
next
why.
time when that comes, you have to remind me and you have to show your work first. I'll take others' work share, like screen share, after yours only. So next time you show me all the programs, whatever we have delivered in the class.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? Yeah. Go ahead. Show me. Run this.
Yes, ma'am. Is it done, ma'am?
Run it. Run it.
I don't want me to run it.
Run CMD
Yeah,
up in the
I am
yeah.
not. Yes, fine.
Write down Java and press enter whether it's installed properly. Press enter.
No, ma'am, it's installed. I
Okay.
just won't use it this way. Installation. Done, ma'am?
Yeah. That's right. So Juhar, next time I expect to show me all the programs, whatever is the mode, whether it's online or you do somewhere like I don't mind, but you have to show me all the programs in a running condition.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, Jai, Makwana, Hemang, and Dhruv, share your screens.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible?
Yes, it's visible. I guess who was sharing the screen? I guess Hemang, Dhruv,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Dhruv is sharing, right? Yeah.
First, Hemang was sharing.
Okay, Dhruv, practical 9 and 10.
Ma'am, in 9, I have found other two ways too.
Show me.
And this is the other one.
Okay. This is what we did, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, reversing an array. Good. Now Breeze and Anjan. Anjan, why you are joined from two different, like,
Ma'am,
everyone?
can I present?
Yeah, Jai, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
These are my name and intent.
Okay, good.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible. Your screen is visible. Go ahead.
This is practical 9.
Okay, good.
This is practical 10.
Okay, okay, Breeze. Now, Anjan, share your screen. Yeah, Anjan, I can see your screen. Go to your code. Okay, guys, so I guess most of you have shared your screen. And now we will go ahead and we'll start today's fresh discussion. So for that, let me share my screen and I'm going to show you. We are going to discuss the practical number 11, which I found is really interesting and I hope you will complete it today, right? So this is the definition. Let us understand the problem statement first and then we will try to implement it. Fine. So what this problem statement says, it says that write a program that generates a 6 by 6 dimensional matrix. So when it says generates, obviously the values will be generated automatically or through the code. That's what it means, right? So what we have to generate is, we have to generate a 6 by 6 matrix. And it said it's filled with zeros and ones. Filled it with zeros and ones. It clearly means that they are asking us to go with 6 by 6 matrix. Fine. And this needs to be filled with zeros and ones, right? This is what they are demanding, that you should fill it with zeros and ones. But along with that, if you read the last sentence, of the problem statement, it says, display the matrix, check every row and column have an odd number of ones. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that if this is my matrix, we know that this is my row 0, right? This is my row 0. And right now, if you see, we are having 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1. 4 times ones are there in the matrix. In this situation, you can say, if I am generating the values randomly, I need to put here 1. Yes or no? Why? Because if 4 ones are already generated for this row, obviously the last element of the first row must be 1. Then total 5 ones, which makes an odd number. Are you getting the problem statement? What I'm saying is, what we are going to do, we are going to take a matrix, right? We'll have an integer matrix, let us say 6 by 6, right? You're going to take a 6 by 6 matrix. If this is 6 by 6 matrix, what I have to do is, I have to fill it with the random values. So we know that we have math.random, right? We have math.random, but we need only values between zeros and ones, right? So we will go something like this. We will have an integer value generation, right? And to our matrix element, let us say our matrix element is INJ, where I and J are rows. So we are going to give this random values to the matrix element. But while filling the matrix element, we cannot fill the entire element in entire array in a one go, because we have to maintain the odd count for all the rows and all the columns. So what we will do is, first we will just fill this. Let us say we have filled this. We will fill 0 to 5. This is my row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4, right? So 0 to 4 only we will fill. Why? Because we want to maintain the row and column odd number of ones count, right? So let us do it again. We are just filling out the columns. This is totally random value which will be generated by your math.random. right? So now if this is the case, what we will do is we will feel 0 to 5. Up till 0 to 5 we will feel it, and the last one we have to feel by the count. And what will be the count? We say if array element value is 1, we are going to make the we are going to count it, and we are going to maintain a counter variable which will keep the number of ones. It will count it right? If it is 1, if matrix of ij is equal to 1, then we are going to do the count plus, right? We'll do count plus, right? And at last what we will do? We will find out that whether this count is an even number or odd number. If it is even number, then this element, we will fill it with 1. If odd, right, then what we have to do? We have to fill the array element with 1, right? Because you see here 4 ones are there. 4 is an odd number. So count 4 modulo 2. Answer is 0. If it is 0, then here I'll put 1. It will make the odd count for the ones in the first row. You can see now 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Similar way, I'm going to check out the second row. I'll maintain the count and I'll see. Right now 1 and 2. Count is 2. 2 modulo 2. Answer is 0. So obviously I have to give here 1. Right? Suppose here I have 1, 2, and 3. 3 modulo 2. Count is 3. Total 3 ones are there. So count is 3 modulo 2, which is not 0. And if it is not 0, then I'm going to fill it with 0, because already odd count of ones are present in this row. Is it clear? Similar way, down we have only 1 time number 1 is appearing. So what we said, 1 modulo 2, answer is 1, right? And that's the odd number. That's why we will put here 0. Again, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 modulo 2, not 0. So it means that total ones are in an odd number. 5 is odd number. So we will put here 0. Right? So now once this is done, this column is filled. Now what we have to do? We have to fill this one. Again, over here we have to maintain the count. So we'll count, right? We'll count for the first column 0. How many times ones are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So obviously we need to put 1, because again count modulo 2 will be 0, and that's why we will put 1 here. Here 1 modulo 2, answer is 1, so we'll put 0. Here 3 modulo 2, answer is, because 3 times ones are there, answer is 1, and that's why we'll put 0. Again 3 ones, so 0. Here 4 ones, so we'll put 1, and here also 2 ones, so we will put 1. Right? So while generating this matrix, we have to make sure that we will go with this column, this last row, which is maintaining your column count, right? As well, this one we are going to fill at the last, right? Random values will take for all this. For 0 to 5 will take the random values. So this entire thing we will fill with the help of math.random. But in order to maintain number of ones, because the definition says, I'm repeating the definition again, write a program to generate 6 by 6 matrix. Generate, it means we have to take the values by the program, not from the end user. Then it says fill with the zeros and ones. So we can use math.random for that. Then it says display the matrix. We can use 2 for loops and we can display the matrix. And then it says check. Every row and column have odd number of ones. Right? So odd number of ones means total entire count of this column should be either 1, 3, or 5, because it is 6 by 6 matrix. So odd number of ones means either 1 should appear at 1 time, this is the case, or it should appear at 3 times, this is the case, right? Or it should appear at the 5 times. So this is the case. But this thing we have to check for every row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row, and fifth row, and sixth row. As well every column. So this is first column. This is second column. This is third column, fourth, fifth, and sixth column. So even if we want to generate 6 by 6 matrix with the random values, only will fill the highlighted area, the pink color area. The yellow color position we have to fill by checking the count or total appearance of number 1 in the given matrix. Is the logic clear? Everybody? Are you clear with the logic? We are going to discuss the code now, but are you clear with the logic? Say yes or no. Okay. If you are clear with that, let us see the code. So what I have done is I've taken a public class practical 11. We have public static void main, and we have taken array. As I said, 6 by 6. So I have taken array integer AR equal to new integer 66, which is going to give me an empty array with the memory allocated for 6 by 6. That is total 36 elements of an array. Fine. We are taking I and j to have the index access of your row and column, right? We know that outer loop always represents the row and inner loop always represents the column, right? So your j is for column and your I is for row. Now, as I said, we need to count the appearance of 1. How many times 1 is present, right? So we are taking count. We are taking a count. Okay. Now, what we are doing over here is we have taken I equal to 0 to I less than 5. So I less than 5 means 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Total 5 elements. What does it mean? Right now we are just filling the pink color area. We are just filling the pink color area because I said I is equal to 0, sorry, to I less than 5. So this is my row 0. This is my row 1, right? This is row 0. This is row 1. This is row 2. This is row 3. This is row 4. And this is row 5. And what is the condition we have taken? We said the 5th row we will fill with the help of the count maintained by it. So that's why we have to go with the 0 to row, that is I less than 5, because I is my row, right? So that's why we have taken I is equal to 0, I less than 5. Similar thing with the columns, right? Yes or no? Similar thing happens with the columns. You can see here, this is my column 0. This is my column 1, right? This is my column 2. This is my column 3. This is my column 4. And column 5 we are going to take with the help of the count or the odd number count of the ones, right? So again, this also we have to take from 0 to j is equal to 0 to j less than 5, right? Will not take the 5th column, j less than 5. J represents my column index, right? So that's why we have taken j is equal to j less than 5. J is equal to 0 to j less than 5. Now, to generate the zeros and ones, we are having here the math.random. And we want the values between 0 to 2. That's why we have to multiply it by 2. We will I'm so sorry, in discussion I said 10, not 10, but here we will go with the multiplied by 2. When we are doing it, what it will do? it will give us the values between, because we know that math.random gives us 0.0 to 0.1, right? And when you say multiply by 2, so what will happen? It will give you the values between 0 into 2 is 0, to 0.1 into 2, which is 0.2, right? And it will not take the upper limit, so it will give the values which are between, which will be 0 and 1 only. 0 and 1 will be generated when you are doing this math.random into 2. Fine. Now what I'm doing is I'm assigning that randomly generated value to my array element, array ij. We know that first row this is element array 0 0, and if I talk about this element, this is my array, you can say row 2 and column 1. So you can say this is array ij. All the elements can be represented as an array ij. If I talk about this element, which element is this? What is the element index? Anyone? What is the element index for this element?
1 3.
Exactly. So this is my array 1 3, right? Array 1 3 means row 1 column 3, right? So similar way, we have taken both the for loops and we have tried to fill it with the random values being generated by 1 and 2, right? And now we are doing the count plus plus. Initially count is 0. Initially count is 0. Now you see one thing, the zeros and ones are being generated, and that's why even if I add all the elements, actually I'm adding only ones only. That's why we have not matched the array value with 1. Are you getting the point? Suppose here all the generated value I'm doing in count plus plus. Initially count is 0. So if I do 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, so obviously it is just giving me the number of times, how many times 1 is appearing, because 0 is not having weight in any calculation of addition, right? And that's why it will give me the number, total number of ones appearing in the row, first row. Fine. So as I said, what we have to do is we have to see whether the number of ones presented in the row is even or odd. If it is even, it means that count modulus 2 will be 0. In that case, we will add 1. We will add 1. So we are talking about all the rows of fifth element. You can see 0 5 1 5 2 5. So when I say 0 5, I am talking about this element, because this is my array 0 5. Yes or no? Right? Similar way, this element is my array 1 5. Yes or no? So what does it mean? This is arrow, and if I this is array, and if I talk about this is row. Row is represented by I, and I'm talking about last column, so which is 5, and that's why we are putting the values here as array of I5 equal to 1. Is it clear? Is it clear? Right? Now we are printing the array, right, as well, to see the jth column, right? Now what I did is I have taken 0 to 6 and I am maintaining the count. See, don't confuse yourself with the I and j, because even if I'm changing the sequence, it doesn't make much difference, because always outer loop is for row and inner loop is for columns, right? Inner loop is for columns. So what we did, now we have all the rows 0 to 6, right? We are maintaining the count, and we are again doing count plus plus, right? Count is equal to count plus array elements value. Again, we are checking the odd numbers of ones, and then we are putting it of array 5j, and we know that array 5j is row 5 and column 0 to 6. So I'm talking about this. This is my row 5 0, right? Similar way, next element is my row 5 1. right? Similar way, next element is row 5, 2, right? So this way, row is fixed, fifth row, and columns is changing from 0 to 5, right? So that's why we have taken here 5ij. If the number is even, we are going to put 1, otherwise we are going to put 0. And again we are printing the array. So we are printing the array over here at last, which will be the final array containing odd number of rows and columns. In that case, this entire array will be printed. Fine? Is it clear? Everybody, is it clear or any doubt? Any questions?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, so if I run this practical, it will give me 6 by 6 array with all the number of rows and columns having odd count of ones being appeared. So let me run Java practice 11. I have already compiled. So you can see here, first row is having only 1 time 1. What does it mean? What does it mean? It is odd number. Again, second row is having 1. Third row is also having 1. Fourth row is having 5 times 1s, which is an odd number. Again, here also I have 5 times 1s, and the last row also having the 5 times 1s. Similar way, if you talk about the columns, the first column you can see 3 1s, here 5 times, here 1 time, again here 3 times, 3 times and 3 times. And it is a random, so every time you are generating, you will get a new array. Can you see the first two are different? But the odd count of ones will be maintained in all the rows and all the columns. Every time you run it. Can you see this? Okay, this is 4 times I have run, 5th time I am running. Every time I'll get a different matrix. Is it clear? Any doubt, any questions? So just be clear about how we have accessed the indexes. We have first filled 0 to 5, 0 to 4 column and 0 to 4 row. And column 5 and row 5 elements we are given after with the help of if condition. We are checking the count variable, and then if it is like even, then we are giving 1, and if it is odd, then we are putting 0. That's it. Is it clear, guys? Yes or no? Okay, so now I request everyone to implement this program. This is the entire code. I request you to implement this. You still have more than 10 minutes, and I guess it will be enough, right? So just go with this. And I've taken a print array method. So here print array, which is taking the array index 0 to 6 row and 0 to 6 column, 0 to 5 column, and we are printing that array. So that's why at last we have the entire matrix being displayed. Fine. And here println, because after first row where elements are given a space separated here, after first row I want to go to next line, and to go to next line we have used system.out.println. Okay, it will go to the next row. Fine. So everyone start coding. Practical number 11.